Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about it's not one size fits all. I see a lot of videos on Instagram and YouTube that in regards to parenting more than anything, but it can go with anything. It can go with life in general, but I mostly see it with parenting. Do gentle discipline, do reward charts, do different ways to get your kids to do things you want them to do, whether it's, you want them to do their homework, you want them to stop crying, you want them to eat their dinner. It's not one size fits all, and it's not even that for the same child. That one thing that you've done on Monday, it may not work on Friday, because in every moment we are different. In each moment we're different to how we were the moment before. So giving the fact that we are always 100% of the time feeling our thinking, no moment will be identical, no moment will be the same. So it cannot be one size fits all. It cannot be, okay, do these three things and your child will listen to you forever. Do these three things and your life will be amazing and happy and peaceful forever, no more stress. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible to achieve that happiness and stress-free life. It absolutely 100% is possible. It just doesn't come from a 3-step thing or a 12-step thing. It comes from of the moment. It comes from wisdom inside of us. So I know this from my own personal experiences. And I'm not asking you to take my word for it or believe me, play with it. Hear what I'm saying from a deeper level, from inside of you. Hear what I'm saying from your heart rather than your ears. So if we play with the fact that all our experiences are coming from thought in the moment, then if we've got this screaming toddler or child, 5-year-old, 7-year-old, screaming and crying, all that's happening is that in that moment is that they're believing their thinking. They're having screaming, crying thinking for whatever they're crying or screaming about. And then as the parent or carer, we then have our thinking, whether it's they shouldn't be crying right now, or I don't have the patience for this right now, or I need to do dinner and they're wasting my time. And, we have a story about their action. So the only way to be comfortable and the only way to feel happier in a situation like that is by knowing that it's all thought in the moment, that what we are feeling during that tantrum has nothing to do with the tantrum itself. It's got nothing to do with that tantrum, and it's got everything to do with what's going on inside of us, what's going in internally. So what thoughts, what's the narrative, what's the story? And sometimes we don't know exactly what the story is. We don't know exactly, what's going on in our mind, but we can feel it. We can get that sensation. Like sometimes I'll get it like in my heart. I can feel, that frustration. It's like, please just stop screaming. But what I've noticed with my nanny children, when they do get in those states, when I stay in my grounding, when I stay in my knowing that it is just thought in the moment, I know that it's okay whether they're screaming and crying or not, and that it's okay however I respond. And there are times where, I can respond by shouting, and that's not the way I want to do it. That's not the way I want to respond to them. So it's kind of like I take a mental note of that time. I've shouted at them at this point, but there's no point in beating myself up over it because that's not going to help anyone. But even after I've shouted at them, in that moment, I can and have stopped myself. I've stopped myself from carrying on and realizing that's not who I want to be. I want to be a calm and peaceful person. I want to teach these children how to be calm and peaceful people. And so coming back to that grounding that it is all thought in the moment, I am then able to see them with compassion and love. And it isn't a technique, it's just something that works for me. And I've been on this journey to understand my own mind, understand the human mind, how it works, this psychological system. There's loads of systems going on in the world, you know, the breathing system, the respiratory system, I think it's called, something like that, and the gravitational system, like that law of gravity, it's always there. And so the law of the inside out understanding is always there. It doesn't go anywhere, whether you're having a good day or a bad day, whether you're shouting at your kids or you're not shouting at your kids. Whatever's happening, that truth, the fact that our experiences are coming first and foremost from the inside, that always stands. And just that knowing, just that knowledge allows you to be a calmer parent, a calmer person, and just to genuinely have a calmer life. So my point in this video is that there isn't one size that fits all. There isn't, for anything, for life, for parenting. There isn't one type of thing that works. There just isn't. It is of the moment. So what the video I recently heard was it was an Instagram, like a TikTok thing, where it says different opinions from the internet. You know, don't tell your child that you like their picture, because then they're going to seek approval from you. Don't tell your child that you need to talk about, you know, what does the picture look like, and something like that. It was very like 5 different things that the internet says, and we can really get bogged down with what we should be doing. And I feel like that's where we get a bit lost and overthink and override our own wisdom. At the end of the day, you can't get anything wrong when you're following your wisdom, when you're following what feels right for you inside, intuitively, as a parent, as even if you're not a parent, you don't have children, just parenting yourselves. I feel like as a human race, it's like we are parents to our own selves. Once we're adults, yes, we have our parents, but we're also parents to ourselves, because we spend the most time with ourselves. And that self-talk, it is so important to listen to what's going on inside your own mind. And I feel like that's where all the bombarding can come in and your wisdom gets overridden by all these things, all these outside factors. And then you think you're not doing it. You try and do everything. You try and put all these techniques into your life, into your children's lives. And then nothing seems to work, and you kind of, you know, feel burnt out. And it's just so much easier than that. Life is just so much easier than other people's opinions, essentially. It's just, it really is. Thought equals experience. If there was no thought, there would be no experience. So, as a summary to this video, it's not one size that fits all. So whatever you're doing, whether you're a parent or just a single person, just, you know, trying to live a happier life, a calmer life, there isn't one thing that works. And, you know, you may like doing meditation on one day and then the next day you don't. Or in 1 year you like to do running and exercising and the next time you don't. And on one day you explain something to your child and they understand it, and the next day they have no clue what you're talking about. At the end of the day, wisdom doesn't work in future moments. It only works in the present moment. So if you're sort of feeling overwhelmed and you feel like there's just so many techniques out there and you don't know which one to follow, maybe take a minute, take a breath, pause, and do what feels right to you. Do do what feels like it's coming from a place of love, from a place of calm, a natural, something that feels natural, because if it doesn't feel natural, your child's going to pick up on that. The people around you may pick up on that as well. And then you're also not feeling comfortable. So it's best to do things that feel natural to you rather than forced. Anyways, I hope there's something helpful in that video, and if there's anything that you want to know more of, or there's a topic you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. Please subscribe to my channel and comment below. I will do my best to answer your questions as quickly as possible. Thank you, bye.